Shenanigans. Don't know why this thing won't work. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. While I tinker with this piece of shit again. I don't know how many times I've done this. For some reason, it just keeps shrinking. I think we should be good there. And give me just a second while I get situated. It's annoying as shit. You see that? Like, it keeps this. I don't know why the fuck it keeps adjusting. I'm not even fooling with the shit. A little area popped up. Other little shit then changed up. Anyway, what's the motherfucking deal? I'm your host, Ed Honcho. I hope you guys are doing well. Try to avoid some of this nonsense. Try to change the background up a little bit. But for whatever reason, it continues to resize itself. I'm not even doing shit. It's just resizing itself, doing whatever the fuck it's doing. All right, lock it. I mean, locking the spot. Wow, it's locked. All right, shouldn't do anything. You should be doing whatever it's supposed to do. All right, cool. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I hope you all are doing well. Let's see what we have joining us this evening. We're going to talk about tomfoolery and shenanigans. What I mean by that, just stuff that has been going on around the world, in the news and whatever else it may be. Just craziness. Just the crazy stuff that's been happening as we continue to get everything kind of back on track, start trying to get the den schedule back in order. Let's see, we have joined Miss Meat, Angela, Sweet Berry, Guard Pistachios, Miss Bell, classes in session. How are you doing this evening? Sippin' Ken in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? Shannon, I hate everything Jones. Miss Cartier, how you doing, Miss Cartier? It's always good to see Miss Cartier. Hope all is well. Let's see. Alicia Moore, how are you doing this evening? Hope all is well. Only one lie. The delightful singing den folk. Yeah, there's Heidi. Well, it's not too much you can do about that. You know what happened last time you tried to stop some Germans from doing anything. Didn't work out too well for a lot of people. The Pop-Tart was terrible. It was not as I recall. I guess when you're a kid, things in your memory there's just a different vibe, I guess. It was not worth it. I was extremely upset, more so disappointed than anything. But I ate it. I ate a bunch of them, and I regret it. So it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, cut that off. Yeah, I mean, like I used to be. Maybe they changed the formula or something. Maybe my memory is just of something different. Pop Tarts used to be great, but now they're not all that. Bad and Bougie, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you this evening? Yeah, your team starts, but do you start, Kenneth, with your raggedy ankle? AB, what's the motherfucking deal, man? You don't like the edges of Pop Tart? Wait, what? The whole point of the Pop Tart is the feeling. Anyway, let's do the proper protocol. Let's get this party started. It's always good to see y'all, man. I hope everybody, sincerely, I do. I hope all of you are doing well. I look forward to getting to chop it up with y'all. I wanted to go live last night. I had to take care of some stuff, and then so I spent some time and went ahead and had to fix the background up, and with the different camera angles, I had to do some stuff a little bit different. But yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that trash can. It's just sitting in the corner, like right, which way? Over here. Yeah, there it is. I guess if I think about what's behind me instead of looking at the screen, I would point more accurately. So make sure you're following the Den Show Live on the Twitters. Make sure you follow the Den Show Live, same name, different platform, on the Instagrams. Also readily available on Facebook at Den Show Live. Make sure you like the Facebook page, as well as this one I don't get. This shit killed me. Like, why the fuck does this fucking screen keep changing behind me? I should have just stuck with the regular old night screen behind me. But call myself trying to do something a little different, make it a little bit more entertaining behind me, and it did some other shit. The deadline. I think the deadline should be the same number. I don't think it's changed. And again, like I said, I don't understand why this shit keeps adjusting because I block it in for whatever reason, and then it fucking just gets disproportionate. It bothers me. I don't know. Y'all might not care, but it bothers me for some reason because that's not how it's supposed to look. And then it just randomly adjusts for no reason. Let's try it again. Lock that in place. All right. So, you want to get you some Den Show merch? Go to denshowshop.com. I'm gonna have a couple of new things coming. I'm waiting on some samples to come in, and let's see how that looks. If you want to support via Patreon, you can go to denfolk.com. I don't know what's up with the www. It does weird things, but there's that. Like I said, I'm going to get back with the podcast action. So I don't think it'll be daily, but I'm going to start doing some random podcasts, but I can't give you a regular schedule. I think the podcast thing, they moved out the way too. Where's it at? Is it locked? Yeah. I don't know. Stuff has just moved around, I guess, because I haven't been using it. It's changed up for whatever reason. Anyway, so a couple of things that I want to talk about. And then, like I say, we'll open up the line. We'll see what's on your mind. And we'll have a good old time in the den. What are you doing to contribute to your team, Kenneth? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. What are your contributions? You know, you'll get you a bionic ankle or something. So, I don't know if y'all have seen the new thing. Like I said, I just got a little busy. I still got some videos I got to edit for the sauce and everything too. But they now have gender neutral Barbies. Have you seen that? You know what I'm saying? Gender neutral Barbies. Eastside Hero, what's the motherfucking deal, man? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I say, the gender neutral Barbies. Be for real, Broderick in the house, Ninja Kid, what's the motherfucking deal? And so, yeah, they look like it was super funny because I'm telling you, the world I'm not a religious person, right? Not a religious person. I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and there's a lot of things that I recall. I'm not gonna sit here and say with all specificity and accuracy, but man, there's just a lot of stuff I remember hearing from a young age, and the shit is coming to fruition. I'm telling you, like it's almost got me thinking about going back to church. Like I'm serious, like on that level. But that's the funny thing I was gonna say. God damn it, Heidi, you stole my fucking joke. I hate you. Because I was walking Scotty earlier when right before I saw the story, and I was gonna do a short video on it. And I was like, well, I'm not that mad about it because they already didn't have any genitals. Like, come on, man, I couldn't relate to Ken. Ken, what does a Ken doll got? A bunch of plastic space. It's that same shit Barbie got. But that's where we are now. You know what I mean? That's where we are now. No, I do not celebrate holidays, really. I mean, it's just, I think we got into that. That's before a lot of people came to this. It's almost been a year ago since we talked about that time. It's about holiday season, and I'll get into that probably again around holiday season. Why, even if I don't, even if it's not like I say, even though I don't practice that, there's a reason. It just, to me, it's more of a marketing ploy than anything else. You feel me? It's
Brandon
more like
donated $1. I'd Honcho, I'ma need you to explain why you got twerking midgets popping up on my timeline.
The man that you need to blame for that is in the building, and that is Broderick. Broderick sent that shit, and I just simply responded to it. Blame Broderick for that tater thought. Appreciate the love though, 335, man. So my thing, Austin Tucker, what's the motherfucking deal, man? And so, but yeah, like they look like, and here's the thing, like I don't know, man. I don't know, cause I sit here and I say, man, I really want to say, like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't let people do what they want to do. But the thing about it is when you let people do what they want to do, the kids see this stuff, and then you have to explain it. You know what I'm saying? And so, no, don't let people do what they want to do. Do what you want to do inside your house. When you leave your house, go be fucking normal. Like, do what everybody else does. You don't get to have a fucking identity. I want to say shit like that, but that goes against, like, everything I believe in. You know, I just don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Maybe it's because of different responsibilities. Like, I don't know, man. But the world is much different than I recall from being a child. I know things have changed a lot. I think the internet has contributed to a lot of this stuff. This younger generation. I'm not talking about like even the teen, like the younger generation is really out of there. Actually, I'm probably talking about the teens, like the early 20s. Y'all out of there. But like this teenage generation, you know, the Greta Gang generation, y'all are really out of there. You know, it's like it's fucked for y'all, man. So you know, there's that. I have so much information, but y'all are so ass backwards. So the gender neutral barbers, they look like fucking. They look like little lesbian stud doll things. Like, and again, you don't know what they are. I mean, they look like. Is that what gender neutral basically is? Gender neutral is basically studs, right? I mean, what else is it? I mean, when you think of gender neutral, you don't think of anything that gender neutral is nothing that really looks masculine. Nothing that's masculine looking is considered gender neutral. So when you're saying gender neutral, it's something that looks feminine, but not too feminine. And that's what you get when you get these studs and or some of these what would you call more bush lips, because they don't look like men. They attempt to look like men, but just womanly motherfuckers. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. Barbie Brazzers. BarbieBlacked.com. So my thing is just this, man. Like, they want us all to be a bunch of weird. I'm not with it. Sorry, I'm just not buying into it. Like, it's a lot of shit that, you know, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I don't give a shit. But again, like I say, the kids don't know any better. You got to be diligent, and it's like you can do so much, but even then, you know, all it takes is that one time, and the kids get curious, and you got to explain weird shit, and then you got to start telling them about stuff that, you know, society doesn't agree with, and then, you know, the kids, they just gonna speak their mind, and then they end up getting in trouble because you're trying to espouse your beliefs or whatever. It's like a fucking New Mexico Mickey Mouse hat. So my thing is just like, cause really, like, if I wanted to get to the tell the little one and just be like, look, we don't believe in this shit. We're not supporting this shit. It's not that we hate these people. We're tolerant of their beliefs, but we just don't participate. We don't agree with what they believe in, right? And so that's kind of how. That's kind of how. No, you can't. And this is what I'm talking about. This screen behind me is pissing me off because it keeps fucking readjusting. I can't take this screen. I feel like that cat, that fucking white cat. I can't be taken seriously. The gender neutrals won't take me seriously. I'm carbon neutral. You know what I'm saying? And if we start talking about the weirdos, here comes female pimp.
Dance Strong donated $5. Most of these black churches got down low or child molesting pastors. And the congregation doesn't question or challenge this. But they want that donation money. Reverend Ruckus needs a new Lexus, after all.
Reverend Ruckus. But yeah, and oh man. We've been supposed to have this conversation. And I think we briefly touched on it a while back. But talking about the black church, and does it benefit or detract? Does it take away from urban areas? Because there's a lot of shenanigans. I think that, like, trust me, I do believe that there are some people that are out there trying to do good. But I have an issue with a lot of the super mega church type stuff. And I mean, we're gonna get into that. I got a couple topics. I gotta find my topic book. It's still packed up somewhere. But we're gonna get back into the topics and everything. Like I said, get real soon. But here's my thing, right? I ain't know just white churches, especially shit. Man, the nigga churches be the worst. The white people churches, it be like people with money just do it crazy. The nigga churches, they be breaking their own people. People don't have no money. Grandma can't even pay a light bill. Well, they gonna pass the collection plate around 32 times. They gonna make sure they break her motherfucking ass. He said it takes real energy and patience. Look. And so again, it's just some stuff that's happening. But I agree. Dan, there's a lot of questionable activity going on. Let me jot that down and remember that we gonna have this discussion real soon. We finna get the den turned back up, right? They're gonna have 6ix9ine on the stand talking about, have y'all heard about the den? Man, it's the best conversation on the internet. Ban them. But here's the other thing, man. And I appreciate the love. Shout out to 335 and Dan Strowman. I appreciate y'all's support. Gender neutral Barbies, terrible thing. But like I said, I was in Walmart earlier. And I saw a gender neutral person. I don't know what it was. I know what it was, but is it improper to say it? Can I use that as a pronoun? Like, can we use that? Pronouns or it, they, they. I mean, why can't I say it? How's that offensive? I don't know. I'm a bad person. Did you guys see that? Apparently, T.I. is going to be on the AJ show, right? I don't know if you can say AJ on this platform. You might get banned. But I think the world is really coming to an end. T.I. is on the AJ show. That should be extremely interesting to talk about. Speaking of it, T.I. is it backwards. So I might actually have to check that out. That should be extremely intriguing. I think I'd probably rather listen to AJ than T.I. Let's talk about your boy, Mr. Jones. I'm not talking about Mike Jones. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right, Kenneth, go to school, learn stuff, man, and pass your classes. I want A+ out of you. So the info man. But let's see. Another thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about y'all's boy Jay-Z for a second, right? And everybody talked about how Jay-Z was going to put all these people on and how he's going to do all this amazing stuff. Well, shortly after he told all y'all niggas not to perform at the Super Bowl, Jay-Z went and got put on as the entertainment director, basically the halftime show guy. And who's the first halftime show that he puts on? Shakira and J-Lo. Interesting, right? I find that extremely funny because that is who's going to be headlining the Super Bowl this year.
Colton
All right, Austin,
Anubis
appreciate you coming
donated
through,
$1.
man.
Greta Thunberg approves of the gameplay in the back.
Oh, Greta. That stuff's about. Shout out to Jared Key, man. He put a hilarious video in the group today of Greta with the heavy metal, it sounded excellent. It sounded like the way they did the fucking voice and everything. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. But shout out to Culture, man. Appreciate the love. Greta, your cousin Heidi, you know exactly who it is. Yeah. Oh, word? I didn't know that Patrice went on that show. I definitely would love to see that episode. I have to check that out. But so J-Lo and Shakira. But according to Fat Joe, all Latin people are black, so maybe that works. Maybe that's how it works, right? Is that how it all goes, kind of hand in hand? You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's Jay-Z helping out the black community or whatever it is. So I don't know. Again, like I said, people thought that he put Meek Mill in the little intro, the season kickoff. He gave him a little concert, and Jay-Z finna eat. And I'm not mad at him for getting money. It has nothing to do with that. I'm not mad at Jay-Z at all. It's more like the faith that people put into these other people. If people would put that same level of faith into themselves, then I think that the world would be so much better. So much better. If people put the faith that they put in these celebrities who are just regular motherfuckers who just, are out there. And everybody's regular. Some people just have more ambition. Some people just have more drive, right? And that's just kind of what it is. But you have these people who put so much faith in these celebrities, like they just make all the right moves. Because you're famous doesn't mean you made all the right. You made a right move, but then more than likely you did some foul shit along the way too to get famous, or you probably did a couple of things that most people wouldn't consider right moves. I'm not saying that most people probably wouldn't do it for fame and fortune because people think that it's life altering. Fortune is different. Fame is terrible. Um, but people think that these celebrities just make all the right ideas. Again, I don't think Jay-Z's the savior of anything. I'm not mad at him as a businessman and getting your hustle on. Do what you got to do for you. I'm a firm believer in that. So I'm more so, I guess, upset with people who just thought that Jay-Z was he's gonna create millions of jobs by taking this role. How, Sway? Like, what? Are there a million NFL jobs, NFL related jobs? I don't think so. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Shakira and J Lo will be headlining this year's Super Bowl. Now, the thing that made me the most disgusted, and then we will open up the line here shortly. Um,
Dan
next,
Strong donated $5. Jay-Z is the perfect example of the talented tenth of black Americans who are supposed to lead black America to prosperity. We see now how that is working.
exactly, that talented tenth. That's a we got I don't know, because like I said, I try to keep the conversation. No, I don't. I'm lying. Nah, I don't keep the. I think I did a much better job initially of keeping the conversation neutral. I'm fucking up, but I like to listen. I'm a neutral listener, but my opinions, especially the more and more that I see now that I kind of look at things differently because of me doing these things. But that's some stuff I want to get into. We're gonna like I said, I'm just as I'm working this stuff out, I'm gonna get a real good schedule going because there's some issues I want to talk about and address. And they are, I guess, I don't want to say they're primarily black issues. I mean, there are issues that impact the black community, but I think that they're relatable to anybody. But maybe the players involved, they're black, and so it relates in that way. But I know some people feel like, well, if you're not black, you can't have this conversation, or if you're not this, I feel like anybody can talk about whatever the fuck they want to. That's just that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like there's something I'm gonna discuss, I'm gonna get myself in the conversation. I'm gonna put myself in that conversation. Like, if you don't like it, well, if I go with that. I have nothing. They should have never gave you niggas face masks. So here I am. But like I said, I do want to have some of these conversations. And my thing is, when we do, because it's like it's so many things, and I try to avoid talking about it so much. But I think I'm gonna start dedicating like one day a week, and that we're just gonna have some of those real intense discussions. Like they need to be had. Like there's no reason to shy away from these things. These are conversations that need to be had. I didn't do it. 335 did it. I cannot help this. See, y'all have the power. If you donate, I got to put the link in there. But there's a there's a face mask thing that when you donate, you can pick a face mask. And yeah, this got the super wide ass now, breathing all the white man's air. Think I'm the best dancers. But yeah, that's 335 with the fake. I cannot control what it is. That's one of the things that y'all donate. There's a link. I put the right link up there. That way, like I said, y'all get to have some fun with it. I cannot control that. I probably shouldn't be allowing it because there's some awful stuff that happens there. But yeah, what? Air is racist. Oh, good God, that's terrible. But yeah, that's my thing, man. Like, it's funny because I think that there are things that need to be spoken about. I mean, if you don't have the conversations, they continue to happen. And again, there are certain cultures who've had similar experiences. And I'm a firm believer in picking, I don't want to say picking and choosing, but you take things that work and you apply them and you keep pushing. And that's just kind of how it goes, man. But the thing I want to talk about is what happened in Colorado. Probably the most disgusting news of the day. Fort Collins, Colorado. Now it is legal for women and girls over the age of 10 to go in public topless. This is a thing. This is real, and this is allowed. Now, it's not like they just said, "Hey, let's just make everybody go topless." That's not how it worked. What happened is some of those crazy feminists are crazy. Here's what I don't get: the crazy feminist chick who was partly pushing this has her head shaved, but has the hairiest fucking armpits. Like, why don't you take that hair from under your goddamn arms and put it on top of your goddamn head? Because you look terrible. Am I being judgmental or whatever? Yes, the fuck I am. I don't give a shit. Like, I hate this culture of everybody has to like everything. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be everybody has to like everything. I want to complain about shit I don't like. Makes me feel good. But I want to praise the things that I do like. I want to glorify the good shit, and I want to talk negatively about the bad shit. And that's the problem, is because now nobody's allowed to say anything is bad. That's why people are just going AWOL and doing all kind of crazy shit. So, but what happened basically, it just got to the point where I think they went to state court or I think that, and they were going to take it to the Supreme Court. But because I guess they figured that they were going to lose, and all the money that it was costing, they figured we just might as well, especially if we end up losing again. We spent a whole bunch of money, and for what? And so they basically gave in, and it was like, I think they spent like $322,000 total, and they had to pay the court fees of the other people and stuff like that. And so they're just like, man, we're basically losing money. This money could be going to something else. Now, like I said, it's disgusting because they basically changed the wording of the language that was already there. But my thing is this. This is where it gets all stupid, because this is where you like there's logic, then there's rationale, then there's emotion. The logic behind what they're trying to do, I understand it. Women want to feel like just because my titties are out, I shouldn't be viewed as a sex object. I get it. But, unfortunately, for women, your breasts are sexual in nature. Okay? And what I mean by that is, when a male child goes through puberty, his breasts do not adapt, adjust, grow. They don't change in any way, form, or fashion. There's no biological difference in that, unless you just start hitting the weights or you do something like that. You can you may grow, but for the most part, if you don't do anything different, you'll just grow up to be a weird little skinny guy. Women, it's a biological thing. So I think that it should be treated differently. I understand that you don't want to be viewed as sex. I mean, you shave your head and walk around with hairy armpits, you ain't got to worry about that problem. But I get it. I get it. And then you would say, well, why don't you put an age restriction on it? I get it, but then you're still talking about the sexual nature. I think it's disgusting either way. Now, the emotional part of me is like, the shit is filthy. It's fucking disgusting. I can't support, like, I understand, but I can't support that shit. Like, there's no valid reasoning whatsoever Oh, it's your birthday, Miss Ye? It is your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. What are you, 20, 21 now? So happy birthday to you. And yeah, I guess we can we can do a little birthday boss up. All right, there we go. So, like I said, I'm really mad about this fucking thing because this fucking shit just keeps adjusting. I keep trying to adjust it the right way to the screen, and it either blows up in one direction or it fucking shrinks in the other direction. So fuck it. I guess it just looks like something's happening behind me. Oh well. But yeah, so I get it. I understand. But that just comes down to this point where life isn't fair. Because if it wasn't a thing that was sexual in nature, women wouldn't use breasts to benefit their advantage. And I'm not saying that every woman does. I'm not saying that is how it happens. But the majority of them do. Woman knows if she is amply endowed and she wears a low-cut shirt or something of that nature, attention comes her way. Depending on what she's trying to accomplish, she can benefit in a multitude of ways. And so, is the Urban Dictionary not working? Is it? Let me see. She can benefit from that. And, maybe it is dead. I don't know. I have to check into that. But so it is. It's sexual in nature. It just is what it is, and it's unfair, right? It's unfair because I can't walk around my dick out. I'm going to jail, right? I can walk around my shirt. Nobody cares. It's nothing. Doesn't mean anything. If I'm a sloppy looking dude and I walk around my shirt off, nobody knows. Women aren't getting intrigued. You know how you know it's sexual in nature? Because women fondle other women's breasts in the club. Women talk about other women's breasts in a sexual way. That's why it is sexual in nature. It's not just men. So, again, if the women have to take an L so the children can't participate, it is what it is. I find it unfortunate. I feel like, yeah, there should be some level of freedom, and I would say put an age limit on it. But then that's when you start talking about the sexual nature of stuff and everything, you start really getting complicated. Now, I have talked for quite some time, and let's hope that I still have not set up the new den line number, so let's hope the old one is working. I guess that's probably something I should have checked, but I just got a text message, so I'm assuming it is. I got to be sure to set up the new number. Excuse me. Tomorrow. So like I said, we'll see if the old one gives us the benefit of the doubt. And let's have some good old fucking conversation here. I guess if I don't know what I'm doing here. I had to get a fucking new keyboard. I like my old keyboard, but there was a couple of issues. And I guess I never really paid attention to keyboards and how they are styled and designed. All right, give me just a second here. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Bill, I got to be the first one ringing in.
Miss Bell, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. No complaints.
Okay, the thing about Colorado is even though it's legal across the state, on any federal installation, they would still go to jail for that. Because you still have Army bases and Air Force bases out in Colorado. So any federal installation or any government building, they'd still get arrested. But the other thing is what it does, too, is it decriminalizes it. And I know you probably didn't even think about it this way, but there are women, and I remember being teenagers, that they wanted to sunbathe in their backyard, and you don't want lines. Well, somebody comes through, you can get arrested for that. So basically, it's decriminalizing something that's already being done. Now, as far as the feminism bullshit goes, not my bag. They're doing their own thing. I got nothing against it, but I'm glad for the fact of the girls that don't want to have any lines because they want to get a suntan.
Yep.
And that's where I stand on that. By the way, the back of that screen is really busy. It's like you're playing video games, even though I know you're not playing video games back there. So that's a trip. Two, did you see the hearings today, or the beginnings of the hearings for Trump's impeachment?
The whistleblower thing?
Yeah.
No, I've caught a couple of the articles on it. I hadn't really been paying a whole lot of attention. I've been kind of in and out doing some other stuff. So I hadn't had a chance to really sit down and take in the whole thing as far as Ukraine and everything that's going on. But I do plan on doing that soon.
I got about 15 minutes worth of it in between things that I needed to do, and it was really kind of a trip. They were kind of roasting him quite a bit, trying to get information out of him and saying, this, that, and the other thing, and trying to get him was it the intelligence officer or whoever he is to, well, this was supposed to be a rush thing. He's like, it didn't meet the guidelines, da 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 da. Now, the bottom line is, and this is what I had said last night too, is just because Trump gets impeached doesn't mean they're going to throw him out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like either getting a ticket or getting, along that lines in some on a minimum basis. But I don't know what they're going to do as far as punishment goes, because this has never been done before in this century.
So I have a question. So I was thinking about the timing, and I was just thinking about all this stuff that's been going on, and how a lot of the Democrats for a while, what's her name, Pelosi was like, oh, we don't want to talk about impeachment because it's so divisive, but it's like now it's getting to a point, and I'm looking at the candidates as far as that the Democrats are pushing forth, and I don't think any of them are very strong. I don't think one-on-one any of them could beat Trump. Do you think that this may be some type of last ditch effort to possibly get Trump out of the race?
That's actually what they were talking about in the congressional hearings this morning. Was it the Democratic Party that was really kind of pushing it, or was it actually a whistleblower? That's what they were kind of alluding to this morning in the questioning of the intelligence person. He's actually civilian, even though he's formerly military, the head of this department. And because of the fact that it's unprecedented due to the fact that it's the president and not somebody in the lower rungs underneath that. And that's where it gets important, and that's what he was talking about, the intelligence person, is that there's a time limit on it, and he had to follow those rules, and there's several rules in order to get this thing to even where it is. However, the first 2 years that Trump was in office, they wanted to impeach him for several different things. This is the first time they've actually got enough information and enough credible or supposedly credible information in order to even get it this far. That's pretty remarkable in itself, because he's been threatened to numerous times to be impeached. Now, where it goes from here, it's all uncharted territory at this point with that. And do I think the Democrats aren't strong enough to take him? I'll tell you, I was talking to a friend of mine last night about this. I think that Trump is doing the job of the paperwork that was left over from Bush. Obama. Obama was doing the paperwork that was left over from whoever was before him, and before him, and before him, and before him. Long day. And Trump's going to leave paperwork for either whether he gets in office for the next term or for the next president coming in. That part is businessman's job. But what I get upset with is the fact that he's a figurehead, and he treats women publicly like shit. And that I have an issue with. He's a misogynistic ass. And this is a world leader that represents our country, and that lets other countries know that this white man can treat women like crap. That's not cool to me.
Okay.
And he represents our whole country doing that. Because it's not just his job to balance a budget and to sign a law or to do this and do that. He's also a public figurehead. And that's just as telling as all the bills that he passes and all the other things that he does.
Okay.
It doesn't make him a bad person. It just makes him a jerk.
Okay.
But like I said, as far as a businessman goes, he's a businessman, and that part I got no issue with.
So do you think that comes from a business
He's always
culture?
been that much of an ass. But think about it. Two of his wives are green card wives. Ivanka was from Europe. So's Melania. I mean, don't get me wrong. They came over supposedly the proper way. And Marla Maples was the blonde stripper. And don't get me wrong, all three of those women are very intelligent. Why they chose them, that's a whole nother story. I'm not even getting into that politic.
Hey, money talks, bullshit walks 1,000 miles.
Yeah, but that only still goes, and ugly still goes so far. Okay? But as far as right now, there's not a standout among the Democratic that I can see of. And as far as my politics go, I am conservative Democrat and I am a liberal Republican, which puts me right damn smack dab in the middle. Okay. And I pay attention to all of it. And this is the thing that we also were talking about last night. We see Trump as a figurehead, but we see Pence as doing all the behind-the-scenes puppetry.
That Pence is a very interesting guy. That is.
Yeah, my friend, she had a chance to meet him, and she was like, when business is business. I mean, he is personable when he's doing stuff and working, but when things are kind of quiet, he's extremely quiet and observant. And his personal agenda is extremely too conservative for me, my taste. And I would not want the country ridden on a very extreme conservative ticket. But that's just me.
Okay.
I've got more broad mind, but I think Bernie's too old and too much socialism. Not that he's not a great guy and doesn't want to help everybody out, and I think that's wonderful. But there's got to be some reality of balancing a budget too. So.
Okay. So do you think that Bernie's plans are unfeasible?
I think it's kind of unrealistic. I think it's more, I don't want to say it's a pipe dream, because I definitely think that a lot of thought went into it. I think that it's very humanitarian. I just don't think it's realistic. And there's truly a difference between wanting to help everybody out and the reality of being able to help everybody else out. And that's the difference. And with his age, that definitely is going to take its toll. If you've looked at any president, when they've walked in office and what their head of hair looks like, and what they walk out of 4 or 8 years later, almost all of them have at least a minimum of 20% gray or white hair, if not more.
Yeah, I don't know about Bernie Madoff, because I seen him. Didn't he take like a hiatus or something on his on the campaign trail? So I'm wondering about.
I'm not sure.
It was something I heard about him that he said he's taking a little bit of a break or something like that. And if that's the case right now, that's definitely not the guy you want, running the country, because I'm sure it'll be a lot more stressful being president than it will be on the campaign.
The other issue is we probably won't see most of the Republican candidates until sometime in March of next year, because most of them unconsciously endorse the current president until people decide that they need to run against him. And politics generally runs that way.
Okay.
So we won't even see some of the Republican candidates until next year, unless they're starting their grassroots projects now. And if anybody's heard any more Republican candidates other than Trump, hey, put it out there. Let us know what's going on, because I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, Culture was just saying, he said he's seen 2 that he's aware of, and that's what I was about to ask, who those people were, because I was not familiar with any. Again, like I said, I haven't been 100% in tune. Like I said, it got to the point where you kind of get, like I said, you get that Trump fatigue, where everything is you know, he did this, he did that, he did this, and he did that. And again, like I say, for years and years since he's been elected, it's collusion, it's this, he peed in the bed, you know, Russian hookers, Ukraine, Trump towers, you know, golf court, all kind of weird shit. And it's just like, yeah, but what is like? I mean, if all of this has been so major, then why has nothing happened? You know, why has there been no real evidence? You know, again, like I say, he could be a dickhead, but I have no issue with that. I can be a dickhead at times, but I mean, but it's just like that. Instead of getting shit done, you've had these people so concerned about trying to get him out of. Like again, if you could prove that, hey, well, you know what we're doing over here is improving the country or moving the country in a better direction than what he's got going over there, then I think you get more people, you know, listening and considering. But if you're just saying, oh, he's a bad guy, he's a bad guy, he's a bad guy, and you invest all your energy into that, and then when it comes down to coming with hard evidence and you have nothing every time, you know, 2 or 3 different occasions, you come up with nothing basically, people get tired. I think that's where I got fatigued. You know, that's why I'm just kind of like, you know, it is what it is.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's not what you see, it's what you can prove. Mm-hmm. And that's why these particular hearings today were the first time and all the time that he's been in office that they've been able to put something tangible on paper with this whistleblower.
Yeah.
About the conversations and this and that and the other thing. Now, that still all has to be backed up. And obviously there's going to be a lot more hearings with what's going on. But it kind of is. The other thing that really frustrates the hell out of me is that why does Congress get permanent health insurance once they leave Congress?
Yes. Why aren't some of these, you know, politicians
now, I can understand,
trying to get rid of that?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Honcho, I can understand if they did 20 years or they did 25 years, but they're on limited terms. Mm-hmm. And some of them only do 2 years or 4 years, and they've got their health insurance for life.
Yeah.
And I would say 80 to 90% of these people who run for office are well off in their own private sector. So it's not like they're even needing the welfare health insurance either.
Yeah. But I mean, but that's my thing though, is why aren't, you know, some of these people, especially you see them when they talk about government health care and then you have them raising hell, well, would you, you know, give up your government health care for, you know, a state-run plan or whatever it is that they're trying to propose, or universal? You see a lot of them don't even want to do that. And so that's why I say, like, why do people not see through these double standards that they have?
I can tell you a little bit about universal health care. Mm-hmm. It's just like anything else, even in this country. The more money you have, the more money you have the opportunity to see the doctors. It doesn't. If you have minimum health care for everybody, like England and Canada and a lot of the countries in Europe that have it, it's your basic what do you call it? Preventative things, preventative screenings, the kids getting inoculations and shots and things like that. But any big stuff, yeah, they're going to have to wait. But if you've got money, just like anything else, you can get it done. And to give basic care to everybody, I mean, I don't know. That's one of the few places that I have a real issue is not giving fundamental basic care to people that need it, as far as health goes. And here's what my last point, and people don't ever think about it, and probably don't even ever notice it, that most people's insurance do not include dentistry.
No.
The dentist is separate from all your medical, and they're not attached to it. Now, if you don't have good teeth, or you have problems eating and swallowing and drinking, how the hell are you going to keep up good health? But yet, they have that right to separate it and push those costs and make it unreasonable for people to have good teeth and good health. I find that to be interesting. Just a different observation. teaching moment for the night. We'll put it that way.
The bell has rung. Okay.
Absolutely. And I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to listen to everybody else and enjoy everybody else's conversation. And the last one we had, I actually fell asleep. I was exhausted. Hey, I'm owning it. I was so glad to have y'all back, but it was just, anyway. But I'm staying up tonight, so I'm enjoying this.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you getting the party started, Miss Bell, and I think we're going to have a good, interesting conversation this evening.
All right. Can't wait to hear y'all. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you. All right. Shout out to Miss Bell. And it's good. I saw Culture made a point, kind of relating something to that. Apologize for your ears. This should be interesting. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Hello. How are you? Well, it's good to hear from you, Miss Angela. Rise up. I was waiting for that.
Rise up.
Why don't you tell the Falcons to rise up, because they don't seem like they've been rising. Maybe their alarm clocks haven't been set. I don't know what's going on.
Matt Ryan. Oh, Jesus Christ. This motherfucker made me want to say, give me my fucking money for my season ticket. But oh well, that's a whole nother issue.
Yes.
This motherfucker got 6 interceptions in 3 goddamn games.
What do we see? We see y'all next week?
My blood pressure's Lord. My blood pressure, Jesus.
Oh, yes. And make sure you're in the sauce next week, because I will be looking forward to speaking with you, because I do believe we play y'all next week.
Well, first of all, I got to get past this week, okay? Because we play at home and we play Tennessee, and even though
Tennessee.
And Keanu Neal, he just no good no more. Achilles growing, just throw his whole ass in the trash. Anyway, yeah, I mean, he getting hurt. He done hurt 2 major things. Like, he out for the season 8 games, 1 game, 1 and out. Again.
That's tough.
Again.
Must be that Atlanta water.
What's going on, Ed? I ain't talking to you in a long time. What's up?
Yeah, I don't know. You've been hiding somewhere. I don't know where you've been at, but I'm glad to see that you
I ain't
are.
been hiding.
You're well.
I be donating. I be listening.
I mean, I thought you might have been in depression because of that team. I know you're a faithful supporter, and they hadn't been doing too hot.
Yes,
so.
I am. But no, this is still the beginning of the season, so I don't get stressed out.
Tell yourself whatever you must.
But except for Matt Ryan, oh Lord. But anyway, we're gonna talk about something. Oh Lord, 12 years and you still throw 6 interceptions.
Hey,
Okay, so I'm talking about this thing with Trump and the impeachment process.
Okay, talk to me.
This clownery and this buffoonery and this bullshit.
Yeah, shenanigans.
Now, yeah, I mean, I'm making no secret. I've been following politics since before Trump and all these new people, since all this controversy, because a lot of these people just came in with this Trump and the end of Obama and this and that. So this is what's happening. They are not, the Democrats are not focusing on that there's an election coming up in a year. Okay?
Yes.
They're not focused on it. So with all this, okay, we all know that even if he did bribe, threaten, whatever the fuck they say he did, he's not the first fucking president to do it, okay? Now, that's just like, let me put an example. That's just like you got your big dope boy in the hood, right?
What?
Got it? Okay, he the president of the dope boyish in the hood, okay?
Okay.
So, you got somebody coming in that want to get rid of this dope boy in the hood. So, you make up stuff, focus on stuff that's not relevant. We all know one thing. As they proceed with this, or whatever the fuck they call themselves doing. Now, I'm a Democrat. and I will be a Democrat. And that's what makes the world go round. You can be a Republican, you can be a conservative, you can be whatever you want to be. But I'm a Democrat because I want to be. It ain't because of what my parents did or my ancestors, because nobody was into politics like I was growing up. Like my mother wasn't, my father wasn't, none of them was. I am. So, only thing this is doing is just taking the focus off every damn thing. So, nobody is really worthy of coming in the office right now. That's why on our last conversation, I said Trump might as well get back in. Now, do you know that's like putting a knife through my heart saying bullshit like that. But with all the bullshit going on, I can't take all the. It's too much. It's too much. It's just too much. There's too much going on. They focusing on getting him out of office instead of focusing on the real issues and real problems. Like, I made a live stream earlier about this commercial that's been coming on that I just noticed on TV. I don't know how many of y'all seen this commercial. This commercial is showing the school shooting and what these kids are supposed to do during these school shootings. It's an actual commercial, Honcho. They are showing these kids like trying to break out of windows, tie up people getting shot. The commercial is really freaking disturbing, even for an adult.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
This is what's happening. You seen it?
Yes,
so
it's terrible.
Instead of focusing on real issues, they focused on somebody that's going to be right back in the next 4 years, no matter what the fuck we do. Okay? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Why not focus on putting, so, I'm originally from Oklahoma, so.
That's unfortunate.
More Oklahoma is the Tornado Alley, upbeat Tornado Alley. So, a couple of years ago, remember when that school and all them elementary children died in that big tornado? So what they did, they rebuilt this school. They rebuilt it, but they put tornado shelters in every classroom. Why can't we focus on putting what you call those rooms, like bulletproof rooms or whatever, in these classrooms? I'm not saying that not one kid would die, not two, but I would think that less kids would die if they had somewhere to go and close themselves in. You see what I mean? Like, they so fucking focused, it's getting on my nerves, they're so fucking focused on getting him out of office that there's nothing else being talked about, like the real fucking issues in the United States. And it's really like, I don't even like watching it as much now. And I used to be I was always into politics. Now I don't even want to hear shit about it because it's stupid.
Well, that's interesting that you said that, though. That is interesting. That, why not take precautionary measures? That if this is because the way that it gets pictured and painted, and one time is one time too many for any of these tragedies to take place. But if we're going to settle like this, because the reason why I had an issue with the commercials is because it's not only adults watching this and who they're trying to pander the commercial to, but it's children who are watching this, and it's a lot of children who may not be able to decipher the difference, of what they're trying to do. And, then now they're afraid to go to school, and especially the way it gets pushed in the political arena. So absolutely, why are they not doing things that are actionable things instead of just sitting here talking, and pushing all this rhetoric? And, talking about, the guns, this, the guns, that. That's not going to stop anything. Because then it just continues to trickle down. We talk about ARs, and next thing it's going to be handguns. Next thing it'll be slingshots. Next thing it'll be paper clips, whatever else it'll be. You're not going to stop anything that way. But I agree that they should be doing something and showing that, hey, look, what we're doing and what our plans are here is actually providing some level of outcome instead of complaining and not doing anything. And then, another event happens and, look, see, we told you, but yet you've done nothing. And so, it's unfortunate. But my question is, you said the Trump thing, saying that is almost like a knife in your heart or something along those lines. Why is that?
Okay, well, first of all, so I see your question. It's gonna be for real. Ask Miss Me why she's still supporting that party. Okay. First, now let's not forget all the rhetoric that was happening when Obama was in the office. Same thing. Trump was a part of the same rhetoric. Okay? The birth certificate and all that. It was the same rhetoric. This time, the rhetoric is much different because that's all they are focused on is getting him out of office. That's all they are focused on. They are not focused on anything else. And one thing about me, I'm not going to lie, just to support what I believe in. The difference is now the only thing they are worried about is getting Trump out of office or getting him impeached so he can't run again. Whatever their whatever their motive is. Okay, it's just too far now, because we're not gonna sit up here and act like there wasn't rhetoric when Obama was in office, because there was a lot of rhetoric, but it wasn't this much. It wasn't this much where they wasn't focused on anything else but getting him out of office. Now, granted, I would not say, I'll say this again, everything Obama said he would do, he did not do. He did not do. There's some things he did that I did not like. Okay?
Like what?
It's some things that Trump has done that I like. It's a lot of things that I don't like. But we're strictly talking about this rhetoric, and it's going too far, and they're losing focus on what the real issues is. Just like I agree with building the wall. 100%. I've said it on your show. I've said it on all social media. I've said it. But it hasn't got built. What's the problem? What's the problem? Because you can say money all you want. Don't give me that bullshit. Because they got so much drug money sitting in the motherfucking, over there on whatever that damn address is, 300, whatever that damn address is. They got money. They got confiscated money. They can get that wall bill, okay? They can do it. He has not done that yet. So that's one thing he has not done that I agree with, because it could have been in the works. My thing is,
but I mean, if he circumvents and he goes and utilizing certain methods in which certain people have been trying to prevent, then I think you stir up another beehive, because then people say, oh well, he took this money that was supposed to be for this, that, or the third, and he circumvented the rules, and then I think you start a whole nother issue. I think no matter what happens, and it doesn't even, it's not just Trump, it's anybody, that if you're on the opposing side, you'll be able to find fault in the actions. But my thing is, and this is what I'm saying, it's not just inquiring of you, because what I see a lot, and I don't think that you're necessarily in this category, but the reason why I ask that is because what I noticed for some reason, and again, it's a lot of this nonsense that I think that they're pushing from one particular side, is Trump didn't necessarily ruin anybody's lives. People who are in a bad way now were probably in a bad way under Obama, and probably in a bad way under Bush, or whatever else it may have been. But people, why I ask it, because especially people, a lot of black folks, act like as soon as Trump came in, their whole world just got ruined. Like everything, that's when everything got bad. Everything just went to shit. But when in reality, Obama didn't do much to change the scenario. It's not like he was making major significant improvements, and it's not like Trump came in and just demolished, the black family or anything that was benefiting black people.
right.
And so that's why I get confused as to why, like, oh, Trump is so bad, he's so terrible, he's so this. So that's why I'm saying I don't think you're fully under that umbrella. But why do you think people, or like I say, mainly black folks, why do you think they think that?
Because they really don't. They really are not studying politics. Like I said, they really are not. Okay, I gave my reason for the thing I really like what Obama did. My daughter got to live, okay, an extra 5-6 years, because the age went up on my insurance, went up to 26. Had it not went up to 26, she would have not been on my insurance. She would have not got those 3 transplants. She would have not got any of that. So that was my reason. But now, like I said, Trump is not the first president to bribe and or threaten or anything to any other country. Okay? Just because we don't hear it, and certain shit shouldn't come out in the media. Now, if that's what he did to get what he needed, to get what the United States needed, that we didn't need to know that shit. Some shit we don't need to know basis, okay? So that's why I say the reason why they are putting in the impeachment article or whatever on him is stupid, because that's some shit we didn't need to know. Do you think really that we just talk nice to everybody? Hey, don't bomb us. Thank you. Have a nice day. Really? Really? Come on. We know some kind of threatening and some kind of shit is going on, okay, that we don't know and we should not know. Unless you are the president of the United States, unless you are up there in it, this is stupid. This is something that should never have been released. Those transcripts, this is something that should have never been released. And that's the way I feel. It shouldn't have been. That's none of our business how they keep us safe. There's more to this. If you just not coming in politics, it's more to this. It's not all peaches and cream running the fucking country and keeping your country safe. It's not. Come on, Honcho, really? You think they talking nice to everybody? Oh, we got this. We trade this. So don't bomb us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. No, it's not. It's not. It's some shit that should stay behind the scenes. And this is stupid. And this is going off focus and dumb. And this rhetoric. And people going to start looking at us weak. And guess what's going to happen next? They finna try it.
But here's the thing.
You don't believe me. They're going to try it.
But here's my problem. And this is what I agree. Because, people... Americans, and this is why I say America is going to shit. It is going to shit because, like I said, you got a particular party, and especially they're targeting the kids. You see that this whole gender neutral thing, this whole tolerance and acceptance. And again, here's my thing. I will accept a person for their beliefs. I will tolerate, but I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to attack you and say, oh, you're a stupid piece of shit just because you believe something. Now, if you start trying to force me to participate in those beliefs, then that's where we have an issue. But that's what you have now is the majority of the country is starting to buy into that. Well, we just want to be good, nice people, so we want to. But then there's a deeper underlying agenda from that. And now what you have is when you try to make everybody friendly, you try to make everybody love everybody. Well, there are some places on this planet who are not into that shit. And so while you're weakening your own country from the inside, there's some people out there who want to wipe out any and everything American, from California to New York to Georgia to Texas, wherever it may be. They don't care about any of the personal beliefs or any of this identity politics. But while we're fighting over fucking, pronouns and sexual orientation, other countries are, even those who were not out to attack us, what are they doing? They're improving their school system. China is upgrading their technology. They're improving. They're making their kids more intelligent. And again, we're getting dumber because we're focused on dumb shit. We're worried about trying to make kids be 5-10-year-old drag queens. We're trying to make them, like I said, we're on this whole course of sexualizing the children more so every day, and it's disgusting. And again, that's why I say, even prior to, I'm not a super religious person, but I start thinking about the shit that I remember, and the things that you see is if it was anything like this back then, you understand the relation to the Sodom and Gomorrahs and all the stuff, because you were like, well, how would people buy into these beliefs, but it's like it's happening in front of our eyes, because this shit maybe 5 years ago, it was getting a little crazy, but 10 years ago, 20 years ago, this is stuff you would never imagine. No, this will never happen. This is, and now it's like everybody's full on with it. If you don't support this, well, you're the bad guy. It used to be, hey, well, those people are a little different. It is what it is. Now, if you're not embracing this shit fully, you're a bigot. I embrace the bigot role. I'm happy to be a fucking bigot. I guess I'm the coolest bigot ever. I'm the most tolerant bigot ever. Like, I'm not buying this shit. But like I say, all this stuff that we're worried about is weakening us, is distracting us. And again, while other people are getting stronger, we're deteriorating from the inside. And it ain't gonna take nothing for somebody to infiltrate and undermine everything that's going on here. We all suffer at the hands because of a small percentage of people.
And that's another thing. Yeah, like you said in Colorado, I didn't know anything about that, but I'm gonna look that up tomorrow after I come from class. But I didn't know anything about that. But see, that's another thing. Like you said, we so focused on one damn thing, and that's getting so focused on one damn thing now, and that's getting Trump out of office. In the meanwhile, look who's sneaking up from the back. The LMNOP. Look who's winning.
Sneaking up from the back.
Look who's winning. Because first of all, you should not have to make me. You cannot force me. You cannot force me or my children. I'm glad listen. I feel sorry for the people who's raising little children right now. Like, I thought I had it hard with my girls. What? look, my main thing was them not getting pregnant, them not what them, them staying out of the way of fights. That was my main thing. Look at all the stuff now you have to worry about. You have to worry about this teacher had this little boy dressed in a dress, and his dad happened to come up to school and see his son in a dress with a drag queen in their class teaching them. And when he acted a fool, everybody, she want to call him homophobic because he didn't want his 6-year-old in a dress that they didn't ask him. See, shit like that is creeping up while we worried about other stuff. Because see, I'd have been to jail that day. I would have went to jail because that's ridiculous. And then when he comes in recording it, he's the homophobe because he don't want his 6-year-old son in a dress.
Where was this at?
See, huh?
I was like, where did this take place at?
I didn't hear you.
I said, where did that happen? Where did this?
It happened recently. I'll send it to you on Facebook. It happened recently.
Yeah.
He came up to he just happened to come up to the school, and the teacher had him in a dress. It was a drag queen in the classroom, like teaching them stuff. And she dressed up some of the students in the class and his son. She just happened to put his son in a dress.
Yeah,
and when he acted a fool, and really he didn't act a fool because he pushed record. Because I wouldn't have thought about pushing record on shit. I just would have reacted.
Oh yeah, look, that school would have been named after me when it was all said and done.
So I mean, I'm gonna send you the link, but it was terrible. But see, shit like that we're not focused on. We focus on one thing.
But here's the I see Beyonce. You say he would have beat his son ass. But here's the thing: you got to understand that's a child, and the teacher being a figure of authority. A sensible parent tells a child to respect their teachers and everything, but they're not thinking that their teacher is going to be encouraging them to do something like that. So that child probably had faith that was an adult telling them the right thing to do. Especially if you ain't sent home any kind of note or notes, because it's going to be some parents, they're going to be fine and then they're going to be, yeah, put my son in the dress. That'll be cool. That'll be awesome. Little Jimmy loves dresses. But, some people ain't with that shit. And yeah, I'd have been every kind of homophobic, look, here's the deal. I was looking at a Judge Joe Brown tweet the other day. There's no such thing as homophobic, okay? Unless you'd been to prison and had a bad experience, maybe you might be homophobic. Because that's a phobia. Right. A phobia is a fear. Okay, it is the gays who are more so in fear of the hetero people. They're heterophobic. That's why they respond and react the way they do, because they were the ones that were oppressed and treated badly. And I've never done that, so it's not my duty to be, I'm sorry and I apologize for all that. The same way that I'll tell a white person, if you ain't never done that, then you don't have to be taken up for these.
Be for real. That's a Republican Party as well. That's a Republican Party as well that's condoning the LMNOP. Do your research, honey, or sir, or ma'am, whatever you are. I don't know. Be for real. Do your research. That's both parties that's in line with this shit. Okay. Don't even try to say that, honey.
But here's my thing.
Both parties.
Here's my thing. Though. I think there's a different level of embrace, because when you see. Like, did you ever watch that? I want to say it was that Vice special with the black Republicans and the black independent and Democrats. I don't know if you ever saw that conversation, but they had a gay black Republican, they had the gay Democrat, and they had they basically had a subsection.
People just want to say shit do your research.
But what I'm saying though, is that the gay Republican. And you just do the black gay Republican. I've seen other gay Republicans, but they approach it differently. Like, they may be gay or lesbian or whatever else, but they don't. To me, they embrace their letter. They don't embrace the whole thing. Like, if they're a gay Republican, they're not like, LGBT. They're, hey, this is gay. This is what I'm taking in. They don't assimilate all the non-gender neutrals and all this other stuff. They just kind of do their thing, because the black Republican who was gay, he was talking about, the other guy was like, you're privileged and you're not supporting LGBT all this. He's like, 'cause I'm not LGBT all that. He's like, I'm gay. And so there's a different, I think people approach it differently. And I think when you get those ones that try to lump it all together to turn it into this big alphabet Voltron and go to war with it, like those are the ones you got to like watch out for. Like the ones who are just kind of, hey, this is who I am. I'm not trying to change the world. This is just me, and this is how I relate. I think there's a difference. I'm not saying that both parties don't have theirs, but I think on the left they try to. It's this whole mob mentality behind it. When like you see who was it? What's his name? Rubin, like Dave Rubin, or what I think is what it is. I didn't even know he was, but he was a liberal. He was more moderate, I guess you would say. Didn't even know he was the gay for the longest because he didn't make that his identity. And I think that's where the problem lies, is the people who make their whole existence, their whole identity, is based on their sexuality because they're worthless in any other aspect because nothing else about them is holds any merit. Because I don't think anybody cares if you're gay. If you're out there saving lives and you're the best damn firefighter in the world, and you save somebody from a burning building, you say, I don't think nobody's gonna trip. Well, I'm a gay firefighter and I'm here to save. Ain't nobody give a fuck. Save my fucking life. Or if old buddy, who was the gay football player, I don't think it would have been a big deal about him being gay because I believe there's gays in the NFL. They just not out there saying. I'm pretty sure there's some damn good gay. I'm pretty sure OBJ's on the brink. But I don't think nobody cares. If you're not making that your main priority, it's not issue.
But Honcho, you see,
Yeah.
this is what cracks me up.
Okay.
So y'all telling me there's a difference between a gay Republican and a Democrat. See, this is the stupid shit I'll be talking about.
No, but listen, no,
listen.
listen.
I'm talking about the comments. I'm talking about this is the stupid fucking shit I'll be talking about. There's no fucking difference between a gay Republican and a Democrat Republican. Have y'all seen Pizzagate? There's no damn difference between a gay. They all believe the same. Whether they come out and say it out loud or not, that doesn't mean they don't believe in the same fucking shit, okay? Let me tell you something. See, this is where y'all need to study this bullshit, okay?
I don't want to study.
Because there's no difference. When it comes to the Pizzagate and who has the money and who has the power, who the Republicans have the power. The Republicans have the power. Who the fuck do y'all think passes this shit? What? Okay, they might not speak out loud about it. Ooh, the Democrats speak out loud. So there's a difference in guiding tolerance. Y'all stupid as fuck.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question for you.
Agenda.
I got a question for you.
Same shit.
Who do you think?
Some stupid ass shit.
Who do you think is okay? You down in Georgia? We know what city in Georgia is famous for their shenanigans. Have you ever
But
been
I'm saying Decatur, where the shenanigans don't happen like that.
the
You gotta
Gator?
be in
They
Midtown.
they call it the Gator. That's what I heard. The Decatur. Anyway.
No, you didn't. Come on over here.
The
Come
Gator.
on over
No,
here.
I don't want to.
No.
I don't know. That sounds like something they would say. I don't want to go over there.
Come on to the deck. Come on to the deck.
That sounds very, very homosexual. I don't want to go to the deck. That sounds terrible. But here's my thing.
They're not over here.
Here's my thing. You've seen these pride parades all over the media, all over the news. Do you think that
Why
is?
be a Republican, be for real? Why be a Republican?
But do you think that is a? Do you think that most of those people that are out there putting themselves out there in these pride parades, do you think those are mostly, liberal or Republican minded people, or conservative minded people?
You talking about the LMNOP?
Yeah, the pride parades.
Republican.
No, stop.
Let me tell you why. See, you're not asking me why.
Why?
I study a lot of way back history. Let's go back to these universities where they was fucking these little boys. The Okay, let me tell you.
So hold on. So you telling me the people that are out there dressed in these dog costumes?
I'm sending you some
I don't know
stuff
if I want
that started
that.
way back in the 40s and 30s and all that, where it did not start with the listen. Study. Don't just go back to the 2000s.
But here's my thing.
Go back to the 1900s.
This has been happening since Roman, Greek, and it's been a long time.
Whole universities where they had whole universities and they had little boys and they were Republicans. And they were fucking these little boys, and they was doing tests on them, and they was saying how long they take to get orgasms when y'all better go back and study way back farther than the 2000s, little young folks.
But here's my thing, though. This has been happening for centuries. This. I don't. But was this happening? Excuse me. Pardon me. Behind closed doors or openly. That's what I'm not saying that gay is gay. If you're choosing to do whatever, lesbian is lesbian. But what I'm saying is the way that you promote it, the way that you embrace it. So if you're telling me that somebody who is a conservative gay who tends to keep their business behind closed doors, that doesn't promote their sexuality to the forefront, versus most, in my opinion, most liberal-minded gays. That's the first thing those are the ones that are flipping, twisting, kicking and twerking and doing all that other shit. And the first thing is that they got to promote their gayness first before everything else. And it's a lot of them black gays that are like that because they care more about gay issues than black issues. And so what I'm saying,
still you're talking about right now, though, Honcho.
but what I'm saying is, but we're living right now. I can,
can.
okay, but we're talking about right now. Right now is where we're living. We can't. I don't have a time machine. I can't hop in the past and go change any of that.
Time machine. All you got to do is read a fucking book.
But what I'm
you
saying
don't
is,
have to have a time
but what I'm
machine.
saying is,
Like,
this
you
has been
don't
going
have
on
to have a time machine.
for
They
centuries.
had whole universities, like colleges, where they was bringing little kids in, like they were literally kidnapping little kids and bringing them into these universities. And the presidents were Republican. They were backing the presidents where they was putting out this to where it is now.
Okay.
So
what do you think they doing now? But okay, that was then. But I say now you got a group.
They be quiet.
But okay, but what I'm saying is,
more flashier about it.
But this is what I'm saying, because here's the thing: it's a difference to me if you're being quiet about it and that's your lifestyle, whatever it is, what it is. But when you're promoting it and trying to encourage other people to do it, and okay,
it's what they're doing behind the scenes with these children.
Okay, but shit, the liberals, they doing it in front of the scene. They trying to turn all the little kids in drag and they put them in these gay bars and all this other shit. Like, that shit is cool.
But see, per your audience, they're saying it's the Democrats, and I'm trying to tell them it's not. Pick up don't Google it. Now, don't use Google, okay? Go to the library and pick up a fucking book and read it.
Give me a book. Give me a specific title so I'm gonna order it off Amazon and see what these books are that you're talking about. Give me a specific title.
I'm gonna give you this university. I'm gonna give you this university. I have it. I'm gonna give you this university. I want you to go back to this university, which is still here till today, that they're trying to get shut down. It's still open till today. They're trying to get it shut down. I'm going to send you some material, and I just want you to go back and read it. Now, that's the only material I'm sending you that I took notes from out of the book. I read. But you can still look it up. It's still on Google. The basics of the university is still on Google. But it's just, don't go there. It's not a Democrat thing, and it's not a Republican thing. What I was saying was, instead of focusing on trying to get Trump out of office, let's focus on what these people are trying to do to our children. It's not a Democrat thing, it's not a Republican thing, because both are doing it. Both.
But who right now is openly promoting this? Because again, regardless of the individuals in it, you have a party that's saying everything is A-okay, and then you have a party who is under the guise. Both
parties are.
I disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I think one party, even though there's a lot of suspect stuff going on, they operate under the guise of promoting the family. The other party openly says, everybody love everybody. Let's include these pedophiles into the conversation now, because ageism is a thing.
So there's no Republicans doing that.
I didn't say that. But what I'm saying, you're changing the scope. You're changing the scope of my argument. I never said that there was none. I have multiple times said that there are Republicans that are engaged in it too. But the premise of what the party is promoting, okay, as of right now, the conservative agenda is more so promoting the family. What is it? What is the thing they just got?
Democrat.
But listen to what I'm saying. But I'm saying they just got mad at Drew Brees because what was the conservative group focused on the family. So it's promoting the family unit, the family structure. The Democrats are telling you, well, everything is okay. Boys can be girls. Girls can be boys. Men have vaginas. Women have penises.
Where you get that from?
It's all over. What are you talking about?
It's the Democrats.
But here's my thing.
You're reading on Google.
But look, because these are the people who are promoting. So what Republican candidates are talking about? Hey, well, we're going to fund transgender surgeries. We're going to. What Republican candidate? What Republican candidate?
Y'all think that's what the Republicans want y'all to do? Y'all think?
But who said? So okay. So tell me. Tell me.
The strongest party.
Tell me. I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know who the strongest party is.
Really, I have no idea. I have no idea. Angela, I have no idea.
So, okay. So you mean to tell me, just because we're having this conversation, you don't know who's the strongest party
I have no idea.
right now?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I
Okay.
have no idea.
Anyway, so you tell your Republicans to stop this shit, okay? So tell them to stop it. How about that? How about that?
Stop what? How can they? Like, what are they
How about
doing?
that?
What are they supposed to stop? You telling me the Democrats ain't doing it, so what can they stop?
If
What
the
are they
Republicans
stopping?
stop all this shit, I'll change.
What are they doing? What is there to stop?
Part.
What is there to
Since
stop?
they not a part of this, why they can't change it?
Because you
They're not a
have.
part of
That's
it.
the reason there's two
All
parties. You
Democrats
have.
doing is tell them to stop it.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying. So you just said who's the strongest party, right? So okay,
We all know who it is.
Yes, because who?
It's still not the blue wave.
Okay, so I'm going to disagree with you on that because if that's not the case,
Oh,
why has there been this overwhelming,
goodness.
especially over the last few years? Would you say in the early 2000s that every show on television had a gay character in it? Would you say that?
I didn't. Wait, you went out. What'd you say?
I said in the early 2000s, would you say that every show on television had a gay character in it?
Every show?
Every show.
I don't know about every show. I don't watch every show.
Would you say the majority? Early 2000s, not the 2010s, like the early 2000s.
Well, really, I really didn't notice a lot of gay exposure until it's only one show in the early 2000s that I knew, and that was Will and Grace. I mean, I don't know too many gay shows back in the early 2000s. Will and Grace, that's the only one I knew.
Okay. Now, let's say the late 2000s to the early 2010s.
No, you're lost, B for real. You're lost.
No,
go pick up a book in the library.
Just hear me out
stop Googling B for real.
Quit getting distracted. I need you to focus for me. I need you to focus. I want you to stop getting distracted. I need you to listen to me. Okay, Okay. So when did Bush go out of office? What year was that?
What, Daddy Bush? Son Bush.
It was Young Bush. GW.
Young Bush.
Junior.
I don't know. Go ahead. I can't. Let me see. I don't know. What was the first time?
What was that around? Was it around 08?
2000 and...
Was about 08 he got out of there?
I don't know.
Okay.
What was it?
So just to say late 2000.
2001?
No, let's say late 2000s that he got out of there. And then you had a guy named Obama come in, right?
Right.
And under Obama, would you say that the Democratic Party was stronger then?
When Obama was in?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well.
No, I would not say that.
Okay. Well, why do you think that he got elected twice if they weren't the stronger party?
Because of the younger generation.
Okay.
Because of the younger generation. That's why. It was the younger generation that put him in.
Okay.
It damn sure wasn't the older generation. It damn sure wasn't the older. It was the younger generation that put him in. It was younger Latinos, and it was the younger generation that put him back in the second time.
Okay.
So it damn sure wasn't the older.
Okay. So what do you think that changed after Obama? Why do you think that it went back way more conservative? Do you think that was just people didn't like Hillary, or do you think that Trump was just that powerful? Like, what do you think changed that?
Between Obama and Trump?
Yes.
Well, the problem was it was a black president in the office, so they were just going to do anything they could to get anybody in. That's a black president, and that's what it is. So, but that's not what we're talking about.
No, I'm going to get there. I'm just trust me. No, trust me. We're going to get there. There's a method to the madness. So when would you say that, this whole wave of encouraging alternative sexual lifestyles, the more encouragement of the LGBT movement, when would you say that these things kind of started to rise and become prominent in society? Around what time frame would you say that?
It started back in the early 80s.
You think so?
They've been behind the freaking scenes.
But no, we're not talking about behind the scenes. But we're not talking about behind the scenes. We're talking about in front, live and direct. When did this become popular? When did it become okay? When did every show on television, when did every movie, when did everything you see started to embrace gay characters, or when did you start seeing more issues related to the gay agenda? When did this become big? When did this become popular?
I would say maybe 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 2005.
Okay.
That's what I would say. So,
Okay, so would you say that under the Obama era that it exploded, it became really mainstream? Would you agree or disagree with that?
yes, it did.
Okay.
It exploded. But
So who do you think was embracing that? I mean, who was the stronger party at that time?
everybody,
Mm.
all the LMNOP,
Okay.
the ones behind the scenes, the ones in front of the scenes, the ones who didn't want to know they was in the scene.
Okay.
That's how it happened.
Okay. So
The way, whether you want to look at it that way or not,
could you name a
it wasn't just one thing.
can you name a prominent gay conservative?
I don't know conservatives. I'm not a conservative. That's
But I mean, just a famous one. I mean, you're not even a
y'all
famous
trying to
one.
put Democrats,
No,
y'all
but-
trying
but
to
here-
put
but here-
Democrats, liberals, and conservatives all together into one, and that's not the way it is.
That's what you doing. You saying they all gay?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just telling y'all that y'all trying to exclude Republicans from this shit when the Republicans had the most power who started this bullshit years and years and years ago. Okay?
So
That's all I'm saying.
But all I'm saying right here, all I'm saying is this right here. Okay. Excuse me. We're talking about who is more popular, who is more affiliated with that. Can you name a gay, liberal, or Democratic person, or a person who leans liberally?
I can't hear you, Honcho.
I said, can you name a famous gay, bi, or lesbian, LGBT supporting liberal? They could be a celebrity or politician or any of those things. Could you name one?
Nope, because I don't care about them like that. Nope, I couldn't.
Oh, you can. You just don't want to.
Nope.
Oh, you definitely can.
No,
you
I
just
don't.
want to.
Who?
Yeah,
Tell me.
I
Who?
don't know.
Name one. I might say, yeah, I know him.
I mean, you know celebrities. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of those celebrities who have been pushing pride.
What's her name? Ellen?
There you go. There's one. I mean, would you say she's conservative or
Rosie O'Donnell?
There's another one.
Is that?
And these are, I mean,
Okay, let me see. Ellen, Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know who else.
I mean, there's plenty of them out there. I mean, I don't like I say, I'm not really big on Hollywood and celebrities and everything, but I'm sure that you can name some. And you'll have an easier time. And again, this is not me saying that there are not any gay conservatives, Republicans, whatever you want to call them. I'm not saying that. But the people that you see primarily pushing this agenda that involves sexual orientation, the confusing gender situation, all of these things, bathroom bills that they're fighting against. But what I'm saying is who are the ones that are
being pushed for years?
But who is the ones that are pushing it? It's not the gay. It's not the Republicans putting that on the forefront.
Y'all not woke.
I don't want to be woke.
Y'all not woke. This shit been going on. This shit been coming out. This shit been going on for years. Look at the tickle monster. Look at the Sandusky. Listen, this shit's been going on for years. Listen, there's a difference. Republicans are cowards. They want to do shit behind the scenes. They're cowards. Democrats aren't cowards. Okay? That's the only difference. Republicans are cowards. Okay? They do shit behind the scenes. They fuck with your kids behind the scenes. Okay? They sneak and fuck with your kids until somebody tell on your ass. That's the only difference.
This is terrible stuff.
That's the only difference. Well, it is terrible, but this is what it is. So, whatever. Y'all not woke. It's been being pushed until we got to this point. It didn't just start when Obama got in office. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Nobody said that. I'm just saying when did it rise to problem? You're changing my words. You're changing my. When did it explode? That didn't mean that it wasn't going on prior to that. When did it blow up and become mainstream? Is during that administration. That's why they say Obama's the gay president.
It was not social media.
Oh man.
Only because there was not social media in the 60s, 70s, 80s. There was not social media. Okay.
But they was finding a way. They was finding a way to socialize though. They was socializing somehow.
There's a whole fucking university.
What is the university?
Oh my God!
What is the name of the university?
No, I'm finna disturb some shit.
What is the name of the university?
Your ass gonna be disturbed.
Okay, I mean
your ass gonna be disturbed, and you gonna see it was the Republican Party. They're gonna specifically named
Okay,
Republican
but
Party.
what I'm saying is you're taking one incident, and that I'm not saying that didn't happen. I never said that it didn't happen. I'm not sitting here saying that there aren't gay Republicans. There are gay Republicans. There's gay
That's
everybody.
not the whole thing I'm
But what
talking
I'm
about.
saying is the people
There's
who
gay
are
everybody.
promoting the agenda, the people who are making it, who are trying to force it through your television screen into your home, who are forcing this upon your children to talk about these things instead of leaving it for consenting adults to do whatever they want to do.
Social media age.
But what I'm saying is, who are the majority of the people on social media who are pushing this? What are they aligning themselves with? They're not
Everybody.
Republican. No, the
All
majority.
of them.
No, no. The majority of these people are left leaning
Okay.
because that's what they want to put.
Y'all folks don't understand that. I see what it is. Y'all just folks don't blame everything.
This is the part.
Democrats,
Okay, but it's not about. It's not about. It's not about blaming everything on the Democrat. We're just talking. We're talking about who. We're talking about which
Just
party
because,
primarily
like I
promotes.
said, the Republicans are cowards, but they are the ones running shit with these child rings, with the Pizza Gate, with all this shit.
Pizzagate?
These Republicans.
Is it Domino's or Pizza Hut? What kind of pizza we talking
Okay,
about?
you don't know about. No, really, it's not funny. Like seriously, you don't know about Pizza Gate? Oh.
I tell the pizza people to call me
Okay.
when they at the
No
game.
wonder.
If I got to give them a code.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let somebody else call. But I just listen. When you have time, just look it up. How they order kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they order children. It's called pizza. That's how they order children.
They just used to call
seriously,
Epstein.
That's how they order children. You think you're ordering a pizza, but they're ordering children.
Man, look,
And those are Republicans.
I just ordered a pizza last weekend.
All right.
Marco's Pizza, and it was delicious. No kids
Okay.
came to my door.
This is
I
something
received
that's
the
very
pizza.
real, Honcho.
Okay.
We can clown and we can laugh about it, but this is something that is very, very real. It's something that's very real. It's something that's very real. They are ordering kids. They're calling up and they're ordering like they're ordering a pizza. It's something that's very real. So, yeah.
I need you.
clown about it.
I need you to send me
All
this
I'm
information.
saying,
Send me the information.
Your children, your
I
grandkids, watch them.
will.
Okay?
I will.
Something
I
that's
will
very
read
real.
up on it, and I will study. Send me the information that which you possess, and I will examine
I will.
it for myself.
I sure will. Okay.
All right.
We'll do. But I'm going to let somebody else call in. Nice talking to you. We
All right.
still ain't got to finish our conversation about the other things, and we'll finish that later.
All right, Miss Angela. Well, I appreciate you calling. Sit your ass down, and I will be seeing you next week talking plenty of
Okay,
trash.
Ed, I'm rising up, Ed.
That's terrible.
Bye-bye.
Tell your team do the same. Yes. Yeah, Ed Buck was a Democratic donor, wasn't he? The one who had the trap house, had the dope house, got all the niggas on meth, killing them. Interesting. It's funny how the Democrats never disassociated themselves with it. They was all with it, right? And niggas done seen 2 or 3 niggas done died at this man house. They still going over there. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Just saying.
SWTBRRY32 donated $3. No if and or buts, give me enough time and I'm gonna grab your nuts.
Well now, Sweet Berry. Yeah, they rallied behind Jesse, knowing that nigga. Look, Dave tried to tell him, look, we wasn't not supporting. We just knew it was a motherfucking lie. Hey, look, Sweet Berry ain't lying. You know, you better guard your grill. She gonna grab your nuts, man. Look, I'm trying to help y'all out, player. I said I was gonna give y'all the link for the face mask, cause I shouldn't do it because it's a terrible deal, but it's funny. It definitely throws a little bit of humor in the deal. Good grief. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Ashley.
Ashley, how are you doing this evening, Ashley?
I'm fine. How are you?
After that conversation I just had with Miss Angela, I don't know how I feel right now. I'm just trying to gather my bearings. But no, I'm good. So what's on your mind this evening?
I don't know. I just called in called in, I had heard you talk about that, or talk about that guy who was, what is it? He keeps killing those prostitutes, those black prostitutes.
Ed Buck, yes. Yes. Ed,
Yeah.
mhm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. It's a very wild situation. Yeah, but and they kept going over there. I mean, it was national news, and then the guys, people still kept going over there and just fucking dying. So what do you think about that? Why don't you think people were against what he had against that gentleman? Why do you think that nobody ever really spoke out about against him? Because I know that there are a lot of people who were familiar with it in a particular party, but they never condemned him, never said anything negative about it. They just kind of let it ride like it never happened.
Well, obviously, because he was donating money to the Democratic Party in whatever state he's in. I think he's in California. But I know he was a big donor, so he probably had friends in high places.
He was Epsteining out there. Um, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Again, like I say, it's crazy because again, that's almost something that's kind of got brushed under the rug like it hadn't happened, and nobody's really speaking on it. I mean, people have died in this man's home within a few months of each other. No investigation, no real concern. Do you think it has to do with these guys possibly being male prostitutes, that people are just like, it is what it is, there's no real concern, their families are not pushing the agenda, or you think it's just him and his high level involvement in politics that is kind of keeping him, or was keeping him safe?
Well, I think the high level of politics is keeping him safe, but I know I had heard about this like a few years ago.
Yeah, he's had a few incidents. But like I said, people,
Right, because I guess he's been paying people to, like, do drugs, which is fucking nuts. And the more drugs you do, like, it'll be like meth or coke, and he'll just keep paying you to do them. So that's his thing.
Yeah, I don't think that's the only thing he was paying for, but yeah, it's a whole awkward situation. Like I said, people have weird fetishes or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and I'm sure that there was some weird shit going on with him engaging with these people doing these things, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
That's tough. So what do you think? Because we were talking about something in Colorado earlier about, I don't know if you heard the story, we were talking about now it is okay for women and girls as young as 11 to go topless in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Mhm.
So how do you feel about that?
I think that, I mean, obviously a parent, if you're any type of parent, you wouldn't let your 11-year-old child walk around with it.
But think about the kind of parents that we have these days, though. Think about it. We have parents who are encouraging their children to be something that they're not. So I'm almost thinking that it's like we have a delusional set of people, and then anybody can pop out kids these days. It's surprisingly easy. That I'm not going to be surprised when there are issues that start to arise, and it's scary because the rational me wants to say, oh, that will never happen. There's going to be good parents, but then there's those people like who's the celebrity that made little African kids, girls or boys or whatever they were. Yeah, yeah, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of those kind of people out there, and then a lot of them are just lesser knowns, and so that's why I say it's concerning because any other time you're like, nah, nobody's doing that shit. In reality, there are a lot of people.
Yeah, but I don't think it should be I don't think it should be illegal for a woman to be topless if it's not illegal for a man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's kind of my beliefs, and I understand that. But the thing about it is, let's be real. Titties are sexual. I understand that you want to have fairness across the board. But the way I mentioned earlier is when a man goes through puberty, his chest ain't gonna change unless he starts lifting weights or doing something like that. There's not going to be a change. But with a woman, whether she lifts weights, whether no matter what she does, there is going to be some level of what's the word? What's the proper word? Let me use a nice euphemism. The titty's gonna grow. Okay, so they have sexual. So that's why I see like there's a. I mean, it's just a biological difference. Is it fair? No. But in reality, because
but I don't think it should be criminalized, like actually criminalized, like just for a woman or a little girl, like I don't think that's fair. Even though they shouldn't do it, like I think you should think far enough to say like, oh no, my daughter shouldn't be topless, but I don't think you should criminalize that.
I don't know.
That's stupid, so it could be illegal.
I have mixed feelings on it now. Being a fan of titties, of course, hey, I want to see some legal titties. But
well, I don't want to see anybody's titties, but I don't think that like just because I don't want to see it, and I think people should cover up, at all times, like at least when I'm looking at them, that's my preferred state to look at people. But I don't think they should get in trouble just because I don't want to look at it.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that I've just changed my opinion. I think they should because the only people who want to get naked is the people that don't nobody want to look at, and so they like fuck it. Ain't nobody gonna look at me. I'm gonna force everybody to look. That's the only people you want to be getting naked in public. Old people who are way past their prime. That's be the only people at the fucking nudist camps and on the nude beach. Be old wrinkly people. Somebody posted something in the group the other day. The chick in the middle of the boulevard. She was lacking ass cheeks and. She was old and fucking. Yeah. She was dancing around like in the middle of the fucking avenue, and it was terrible. Like nobody stopped to pay attention. She wasn't getting any tips or anything, and so those are the only people who really want to get naked in public. Is like people who nobody wants to see naked. That's why you always see like the crazy like, feminists.
Cover that.
Yeah, like no, the good looking people they get paid to get naked or something. I don't know, but. Yeah, so it's the people who nobody wants to see. That's the people who are fucking putting it on the world for display. We're here, look at me for free, and nobody wants it. So I legalize, make everything illegal. Nobody get naked. You can't even get naked at home now. Everything needs to be illegal. I'm changing the game. I'm switching sides. Take a shower with your clothes on, all that stuff. No, but I think it's terrible. I do think it's bad. But you're just gonna have people out there, like I say, in this day and age of everything. Like I say, I just feel like. We're in the rabbit hole now. It's just to the point. Where does the rabbit hole end? Does it ever end? That's just kind of where I'm at now. Like, because I don't think we're about to go down. No, we're in the fucking rabbit hole now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. It's questionable. It's questionable. Well, how do you feel about the gender neutral Barbies?
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, that's a new thing. The gender neutral Barbies? Yeah, they.
Well, what does it look like?
I don't know. Like a stud. Like a woman.
Like a butch.
Yeah.
A butch
basically. Yeah. So.
Oh, it pops right up. Hold on. Now look at it.
Yeah, it's.
What's weird is that Barbies don't even have genitals. Like, what's their point?
Yeah, that's the thing, though. But now they really fit in. Like they're winning now because Barbie never had the genitals, but now they can like really capitalize off of it somehow. I don't know. It's terrible. It's all.
Yeah,
bad.
They just look like boy dolls and just like t-shirt and pants, but it doesn't look like. Yeah, they look like boy dolls to me, just in colorful clothes.
Interesting. That's terrible. That's terrible. Man.
See, but I hate how they say, like, a certain color is gay. Or, like, they're associating certain things with being gay. Or, like, even wearing a dress. Like, I don't think wearing an item of clothing makes you gay.
Word? So...
Like, wearing... Like, I could understand, like, maybe, like, a prom dress, but even, like, Muslim people, like, the guys wear dresses, and I don't think that's really gay. I mean, it's, like, a totally different thing.
I think it's
like a dress style.
I think culture applies in certain aspects. So, like, young jock wearing a perm and a dress looking like somebody ain't he, you don't think that's kind of gay?
See, I don't think his perm is necessarily gay, though.
That's a gay perm.
Like, it's like feminine, but he looks just like one of those little, what do you call them? Like, you know, like Frankie Lyman or Nat King Cole, just like with the process. Like, people used to wear that. Just a pompadour.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm giving him a hard time because buddy, what was that movie? The fucking they just remade Superfly. He had the fucking perm. My old lady would not stop talking about that fucking perm. So here's the thing, though. But my thing is with the dress and all of that extra shit. That's when it starts getting extremely questionable. It's a terrible thing. But I think kilts are different. Kilts, like, again, when it's a cultural association, I think it's different. I saw somebody talking about this. We were having an argument. Well, it was a Twitter beef, and they were talking about, well, you know, you black men should stop oppressing men who want to wear dresses because, you know, back in Africa, you know, men wore dresses and it's like, no, those aren't dresses though. Those are, I forgot the proper name for them, but, you know, like the loincloths and those other things. Those are different. That's a cultural association with stuff. They started talking about pants and started making pants a racist thing. Like, that's what I say, you know, like, I get tired of certain races because people try to turn anything. I like fucking pants, okay? I'm sure that skirts and all this stuff are very breezy and very nice, but I'm cool with the pants that I have on right now. I like shorts. I like the divide. Left leg, right leg. I'm cool with that, you know, and my you know, and they can balls can rest to whatever side they want to go to, you know, they can pick. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying, like, to try to sit here and defend any and everything, it's just certain stuff that people have gone too far. People have gone mad, and I don't even know anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's confusing. But I think people deliberately try to confuse other people for whatever reasons these days. But yeah. So.
Well, I think people like that, like, who care, like, why do you care so much what I think about what you're wearing if you're deciding to wear it? Like, you should be perfectly fine, and you should be ready for the controversy if you want to be a man in a skirt. But I just don't necessarily, like, I don't know. I guess, like,
I think I kind of lost you a little bit. I think I kind of lost you a little bit. Like, you got real quiet.
Oh, I was saying, like, kilts. I don't think those are gay, but, like, maybe, like, a mini skirt. But it's just, like, I don't think items of clothing are gay. Like, that just doesn't, it just doesn't scream gay to me. Like, if you're doing it based off of what reaction you'll get off of other people, you're not doing it for you.
So you don't think that
you know what I mean?
That Young Thug thing that happened a couple of years back, where Young Thug took a picture in that old Southern Belle dress, you don't think that was questionable?
Young Thug, let me see. Yeah, he wants attention because I genuinely do not believe he's gay. Not even that I know this guy, but I don't think he's gay. Okay. He screams attention whore.
Okay. I mean, there's that. Okay. Jay Bird, look, there's a level of trolling, and then when you put yourself in a certain level of trolling, then you kind of got to answer for it. But there's that. That ain't trolling when you niggas is over there wrapping arms and drinking shit in the Chanel store and getting pearl purses and shit. That ain't trolling. That's just questionable.
Like pearl purses, but I think you should be able to be close with your friends. Like, black guys are the only people that aren't close with their friends. It's so weird.
There's close, and then there's gay.
I mean, not even gay. It's just that black people, I swear, it's black people. I'm not going to separate the men or women. But, like, we think everything is gay.
But, I mean, look.
Like, everything.
If you are intertwining arms and rapping and drinking, whatever that little move they do where, like, they cross arm, you're still drinking like your own drink, but it's that all low. That's not close. That's extremely questionable.
Yeah, but he's doing that as a photo picture so you can say he's gay and so he can get buzz. I don't think he's really gay. Like, I think if somebody, like, if they had like a behind the scenes video of him like blowing somebody or like caressing a man, like I would think that's gay, but I've never even like all of it stuff seems attention seeking.
What about that? Because then they say somebody with it, one of his producers or something, they were in the studio and had like some gay porn on or some shit like that. It was something questionable. It was him or his producer or whoever that did. I remember this was a story.
Yeah, that I had seen the video, but I think that was trolling because it's like if he was really gay, like he would, or if he was really DL or that's what you call it, DL down low. He would make sure like none of this shit was like showing up. Like if you're really gay and you want to hide it, like you're gonna make sure that you're not even associated with gay people. I think he's really just trolling.
I don't know. Hollywood is entertainment industry is a weird place. A lot of blurred lines. Ask Robin Thicke. I don't know,
Robin Thicke.
Whoa! What did Robin Thicke do? What happened to that?
Oh, I don't know. I just said it. I don't have anything real against the guy, but fuck him.
You say, oh man, I don't know about man purses. Just wear a backpack.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. I think that looks so gay.
Never see. I thought an article of clothing couldn't be gay. Ain't that like an accessory to clothing? So let's see there. Now you've proven the point.
I mean, it is an accessory of clothing. Like I can understand like a messenger bag, but okay, I'm gonna contradict myself. Items of clothing aren't gay, but I think if you're like wearing a fanny pack like around your shoulder, I don't know. That just like. It just depends on like how they put it on. Like I don't know how to explain it. But me and my cousins were talking about this the other day. Like even like if a guy's like sitting, and I agreed too, but like sitting and he puts his rests his legs up, I think that looks so fucking gay. Like I don't know why. I just think everything is just like I don't know. I just have a lot of weird views on things on what's gay and what's not. But that's fucking gay. Like sitting with your legs all hunched up. Ugh.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. No, yeah, that's terrible.
You get like if you're resting your legs but like close up, so they're like all bunched up, like somebody's about to do missionary to you. Ugh.
Now we've gone too far. This is where we draw the line. Okay. But like I said, I think cultural association has something to do with it, and like I said, I think there's a variety of issues that you have to kind of look into that go with these things. But it's just certain things that are. And again, like I said, I guess I'm from a different generation, so some of these young kids, or younger folks, that whole playing gay thing was all like a joke. It was like a funny thing. Oh, look, we're being really borderline gay. Ha ha ha! It's super funny, and I guess maybe it progressed into something else. But that's not a way that we ever played. Like that wasn't ever a funny thing. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't ever like it was like them niggas over there weird. That shit ain't funny. Ain't nothing humorous about that. That's weird shit. You know what I'm saying? And so. I don't know. Maybe that's why I just see it differently, but than maybe some people who would be younger than me or whatever else. But excuse me, I just find that kind of behavior questionable. Like I don't think.
So you think everything's gay?
Nowadays, yeah.
A lot of shit.
Yeah, nowadays everything is fucking. It's something. Everything's questionable these days. Only one lie I'm worried about when you seeing stuff like that. That's terrible. Yeah, that's
you talking about?
She's talking about look sideways. If two males are sitting in the same room in their boxers, someone better have on basketball. Both of them better. Who shouldn't be no. You shouldn't be. Look, the only excuse that is even like remotely accessible or available is like you're like in PE or something and you're changing after class, and that means you have like a time. You got like a 34-second window that's acceptable because you better be putting fucking clothes on to go to class or some shit. Like, there's no reason niggas just need to be sitting around having any kind of sort of conversation in their drawers. Like, that's not a thing. That is questionable.
That is mean.
So, but I'm just wondering where you seen that. I'm like trying to figure out where the hell is Only One Lie seeing these instances of men just sitting around in their drawers. That sounds like some old after group sex type shit. What's going on? Only One Lie. Something you want to tell us about? Some new experiences you've encountered? I'm just asking questions. But here is
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm just wondering.
Because I would have taken a picture and be like, "Look at these two gay niggas." No. Yeah, I probably would have.
Well, damn. That's fucked up. Okay. Well, Miss Ashley, it's almost about that time to wind down. Is there anything else that you would like to speak on before we get ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about T.I. visiting that mega church. Did you see that video?
No. What happened?
Oh my gosh! So T.I. and his wife, and T. Chambers and his wife, they had visited like a mega church down south. And so, first of all, T.I. was like he had on a hoodie and like khakis, and his wife had on a hoodie and jeans. They just looked trashy, anyways. But anyways, besides all that, the pastor was like, "Oh, I need someone to bring me 1,000. I need 20 people to give me $1,000." And I guess T.I. was mad because they had came late, but they made sure they were like right in the front row. And then the pastor starts going in asking for donations, talking about, "Oh, I know this isn't going to hurt your pocket. This isn't going to be nothing. This $1,000."
See, and this is what I was talking about because we made a brief reference to black churches early on, and a lot of those southern, I think what do they call it, Southern Baptists? I think that has a lot. We're gonna have a conversation about this real soon about churches and things like that. Montel Jordan, that's so fucking funny because yeah, he's a preacher now, and I did not know this until last night because me and my old lady were talking about music because I was in here, I was putting a green screen up and everything, and so we were talking about music, and somehow we got to talking about Sir Mix-a-Lot, and I'm like, he only made one song. I'm like, but I said he's probably eating off that. And she was talking about, well, it depends on if he owns his masters or not, because that's the only song he has. Yeah, and so he only got
more than one song.
Sir Mix-a-Lot has one song, and
yeah, two songs.
Name what's the next name another Sir Mix-a-Lot song.
What is it? Anaconda? Isn't he the guy who sings Anaconda?
That's but ain't that it's the same song. That's the same. It's fucking like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie. That's all the same song.
Yeah, that's
Baby Got Back.
song.
Yeah. He only has one song. Baby Got Back.
I like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie, and then there's also My Posse's on Broadway, which is very popular.
I thought somebody else did. Did he remake My Posse's on Broadway? I thought somebody else did.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. I don't think I heard his version of My Posse's on Broadway, but
he has two songs. She is the shape.
My Hoopty? I don't even know.
I'm kidding.
I don't even. All I know is Baby Got Back. I don't even know about My Hoopty.
Well, that was a very popular song.
I gotta see it. Like I said, unless I'm thinking I'm giving credit to someone else, but. Sir Mix-a-Lot. But we talked about him, and then somehow, because we were talking about rappers not owning their masters, we were talking about, Montel Jordan don't even make any money off of, what's the fucking song? His most popular song. Fucking, I can't remember shit now. I'm telling you, I have a terrible memory. Montel Jordan, what's his song? You know the song.
Oh my God, This Is How We Do It.
This Is How We Do It. I don't know why I want to say it's going down. That's Sally Sell or some shit. But yeah, because he doesn't own the he doesn't own the masters of that, so he doesn't, like, every time people play, he don't get nothing out of it. Like, he gets nothing. That was like they've been playing that song forever, so he doesn't get any money off of it. So she was telling me how he became a preacher. So I'm like, I just discovered that last night. But this is what I'm saying, like, the audacity. I'm gonna start a church. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just start a church. Don't pay any taxes.
I always wanted to do that.
And tell people, give me money. Just, hey, give me money. I need a Bentley. I need a jet. Give me your money. Let's make it happen. God
You
wants
can
me to
sell
have
holy water.
Oh no, that'll be bad.
I had seen somebody was doing that. I was watching it on. I was watching TV and they were selling these little packets of holy water.
Yeah, what's his name used to do that? Fucking Kearney Thomas used to sell the personal prayer packages. You know what I'm saying?
What?
The personal prayer package. It was supposed to be a personal prayer package. But you ever remember? Did you ever used to watch BET late at night, early 2000
Yeah.
ish? Well, Kearney Thomas used to come on, and Kearney Thomas was from right around the way. He's out here in Houston, but he was from around the way. I used to stay not that far from Kearney Thomas a while back, and this motherfucker had like a Bentley on 24s, and this motherfucker had a bunch of shit going on. But anyway, but yeah, he would sell personal prayer packages. I'm fucking it up. I'm trying to say it seriously. I'm fucking it up like I was joking. Personal prayer packages, and basically it would just be fucking a piece of red rag. They wasn't even like it was like just cut off some fabric and shit, and some other little shit. I used to have a homegirl who used to bag up the packages. Like they get paid to do that shit, and they'd be drunk doing that shit. And so them motherfuckers was like just selling this shit. And he'd be like, God! And it's just like, damn, motherfuckers like these characters. And I just like, yeah, like, what are people going through that? I guess if you're up that late and you're looking for some type of answer, you're probably going through some shit mentally. And you see this motherfucker on TV doing some shit. I guess it resonates with certain people. But that dude there is a certified scammer. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't know. Some people just have no shame culture. Like I couldn't do it. Like I don't want to be a scammer. Period. Like a hustler is one thing. A scammer, a jacker, those are trash people. Like I don't believe in something for nothing. Like that's like a terrible way to me. Like but it's just like motherfuckers just do it. But I guess if you selling these people some type of hope and they sending you
Yeah,
$40,
I think
$50
that's
all that shit.
disgusting. Is selling someone hope and preying on their belief.
Yeah.
If you know they're going to blindly follow their faith and they think you're an insulator or a gateway to that faith, I wouldn't sell them no bullshit, and promise them like, oh, this is going to get rid of your sickness or the disease or your stage 5 cancer that the doctors can't take care of. Like, just drink this holy water. Like, I
Just
think
Sarah
that's
donated
fucking
$20.
disgusting.
No more Obama router.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
there was this doctor, or she wasn't even a doctor. She was a volunteer, and she had gone over to Africa, and she opened up a fake medical clinic, and the kids were dying.
Oh wow. Man, shout out to
I
Jess
know.
Sarah. I appreciate the love. Yeah, no more Obama router. We didn't upgrade it. We got this I don't know what you call this bitch. This bitch look like a fucking speaker. This shit look like a damn, I think it's recording me. It looks like one of them damn Amazon or Google things, whatever this fucking router is. I don't trust it. It looks suspicious. I don't even fucking I don't even I got that fucking Xfinity remote with the voice shit on. I don't even talk around the remote. Like I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I'm like super annoyed. Like I don't like talking around my phone when I'm not on it. I like to set it to the side a lot when I can. And the and the fucking remote, because it has that voice shit on there. Like I feel like everything's recording me. So I fucking I be getting that bitch where I throw it to the other side of the couch and try to cover it up and some shit and stuff it under the couch. Like I don't talk around that bitch. Like all that shit be having me know it. Everybody's recording everything you fucking do. If I'm gonna be recorded, at least I'm gonna willingly record myself. Yeah, that fucking remote's recording you, everything you say.
Even your TV is probably recording you.
Yeah, I need a dumb TV. Them fucking TVs you can talk to and all of this shit. That's all terrible. Yeah, I mean, because shit. Come on, man. Like you're telling me that it can only activate when I say a certain. Well, how does it know when I'm saying the fucking word if it's not listening for me to say the fucking word? The bitch is always recording. Like, I mean, come on now. It only makes sense for it to be recording all the time for it to work. It just automatically activates out of nowhere when I say, hey, fucking Google House or Alexa thing. No, this bitch is always listening and recording every fucking thing, man. So I don't be doing it. Yeah, I'm recording myself because I want to record myself, female pimp, so I can say I want y'all to hear all the ratchetness and tomfoolery I speak of, but I don't want the I don't want the remote
Where
stealing
you cussing out your dog.
stealing my business plans, and next thing you know, the TV is gonna become sentient, and they're gonna start taking over. It's gonna be like that Maximum Overdrive movie, and then they're gonna just start fucking shit up. Scotty gonna join him because he's a fucking traitor. As long as they give him food, he's gonna go with the machines, and he's gonna probably bite me or some
It'll
shit.
be like Chucky.
It's gonna be a bad deal all the way around. But okay. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that though. The T.I. Mega Church situation. T.I. is a very interesting character. Like I said, I want to watch that episode of him and Mr. Jones and see what happened on that. That should be extremely entertaining. Mr. Jones, the info man.
I never heard of that. That's with T.I.
Yeah, T.I. did a show. Oh, you may have heard the name. I'm just not saying it because that person is banned on every important platform because of his views and beliefs. So I don't say the name. It's a no word.
What?
Jones, A. Jones. Do you know what I'm talking about?
A. Jones? I don't know who that is.
A is the first initial of his name. I'm not going to say his name, but his last name is Jones. And
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
All right. Well, I'll send you a text message so you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Well, Miss Ashley, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up, and I appreciate you calling and sharing your thoughts with me. And hey, make sure you go for Christmas. All the kids are going to want the gender neutral Barbie doll, so make sure you put that on the list.
I don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Kwanzaa.
Well, for Kwanzaa then. I'm sure they got a black one.
No, you have to make this stuff for Kwanzaa.
Oh, that's too much work. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh,
What if you for Kwanzaa, you got to make your own stuff? Like, how would you respond? What if you made a dreidel and gave it to somebody for Kwanzaa? Or are you crossing too many holidays there? I mean, you got.
No, you could.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't you be able to?
I'm just wondering if you can do some
Like
cross-holiday
everybody else,
promotion.
Black people aren't, non-inclusive of other people.
I'm pretty non-inclusive. I don't know. I love everybody. So.
Except homosexual.
I don't. Here's the thing. No, I have nothing. I don't support the agenda. I have no. It's really that simple. I have nothing against homosexuals, bisexual, transsexual, asexual.
What about trisexual?
I don't know. The people who try anything, I don't know about them. They might be fucking with animals. I don't leave the animals off the list. But as far do what you do. I can't tell anybody how to live their life. My issue is with the agenda. When you start trying to push it and because I live like this, everybody needs to live like this and accept it. No, that's where I have a problem. Like, if you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do, hey man, that's not what I would do. But hey, feel free to do whatever you want to do, man. But when you start trying to say, well, everybody needs to accept this and everybody, that's where I start having an issue. Like, I don't have an issue with individuals living their life the way they want to. Do what you fucking do. Enjoy yourself. It's a celebration. But when you start trying to tell people that they have to accept you, that's where I have issues. And it's not even just with that. It's with other things too. It's like when you have to accept certain beliefs. I didn't sign up for that shit. That's where I have my issues. Like, I don't hate anybody. I have no hate towards anybody. For me to just dislike somebody, you have to do something personal to me. And if you live in your life doing whatever you're doing, as long as you don't disrespect me and come at me with no suspect shit, then I don't really care what you're doing. Go do whatever you fucking do. I don't give a shit. It's not my bag of tea. I don't want to see the shit. But now if you try to approach me in a disrespectful manner, now we have a problem. If you start trying to force, well, you got to embrace this and accept this, and no, the fuck I don't. I'll be tolerant of your lifestyle, meaning that I'm not going to attack you, but I'm not going to agree with you. But hey, it's your life. You control what you do. So, I want to clear that misconception up, because what you have, I know I've had certain videos and things, people like, oh, Honcho hates homos, or he hates the trannies, or whatever it is. I don't hate anybody. I do not. I don't have
So they got to you too.
Huh? No.
I said, so they got to you too.
No, because when I did the video about the tranny in Dallas, that got beat up and then, you know, about a month or so later ended up getting killed. They swore up and down that I was hating. So I'm like, no, this is a motherfucker displaying piss poor behavior. This is what led to this event, and this what led to. You're just an LGBT. Like, I honestly don't give that much of a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like to not sound rude about it, but you know what I'm saying? But not to fucking. I really don't give that much of a shit. Like I don't have the energy to be that overly concerned with it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing in your life, as long as you ain't crossing over my threshold, you know, I ain't got to hit you with the Heisman and the stiff arm. It is what it is. You know, that's just kind of how it is. That's what I look. That's what I look like. All right. All right. Now for to really wrap it up. But Miss Ashley, I appreciate
Right, I know, right?
Yes, I appreciate
I sure
you
can keep a conversation going.
Yeah, you see, you're trying to keep me on the deadline. But I appreciate you calling in, and I thank you for calling.
All right, thanks for taking my call.
All right, you have a good evening.
You too.
All right. So we're gonna get ready to wind it down, and I know I've been having some long calls. We got to get back in the den mood. I'm gonna get back to the 10-minute rule and all that stuff here very soon. We just got to kind of get the den back going and flowing, get the blood back flowing. Trying to get back on a regular schedule. We'll be live tomorrow night. Like I said, I've kind of got things pretty much set up. You know, back green screening. I can reach back now. I can do stuff now. The old, like y'all don't realize, like the old fucking green screen, like literally, like when I was in the garage because of the way shit was set up, it was like right here. Like I had the length of this, the width of this chair from the desk. And I kind of used to have like sit up under the desk. I can actually sit back a little bit now. But the camera, I think, is a little bit closer than it was. Actually, it's way closer. I should push it back some. But I had to be basically up under this. Like now I can like get up and walk around and shit. But I'm in my drawers, so I don't want to show y'all all that. I'm joking. I'm just fucking with y'all. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to Just Sarah. Shout out to Sweet Bear. Shout out to 335. Except for them goddamn masks. I don't. Some of them masks, I don't know what's going. The Viking shit was funny. The cactus shit was weird. But I appreciate all of you. I thank all of you. You're all wonderful people. I got some fucking videos I got to edit today. But we'll be back at it tomorrow. Same day and time, same day and place. And happy birthday to Miss Cartier. And look, hold on. No shirt Friday. We'll see. We'll one day. Look, free the nipple like in Colorado. They might make it illegal. They might ban me. But I'm glad that y'all were able to join me tonight. I thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. And we'll catch y'all next time. I'm glad that y'all could come through. I'm out.